Morning, children. So this today, it is the 20th. So 19th and 20th, our goal is to finish our module 2, the water cycle. So when you look on your Canvas page, you'll see module 0. So that was our introduction. I guess you can see it now that it's on the screen. So next class, we're actually gonna have a quizzes competition to kind of just, have a little bit of practice, a little bit of friendly competition, and kind of see how other people are doing in the class. So for the 17th and 18th, your goal was to complete Module 1. And today we're extending our Module 2 day, which is the water cycle. So some things that I want to point out is the fact that your goal is simply to complete one module a day. I have no problem with students working ahead, no problem. But what I've been seeing is when I log into my Canvas portal, this is my to-do list for today. So typically what I would expect to see is that my to-do list would be water cycle and atmosphere, since that's all that I've assigned, so that when I'm grading it, I can see what everyone's doing, and I do this throughout the day so you get that feedback. But what I'm seeing is people jumping to units that we haven't even touched. And that's not a problem if you're following the scaffolding that I've provided and doing your vocab, instruction, practice, and your quiz. But what's happening is a lot of people are just kind of jumping around randomly, and a lot of you are starting to trying to just complete the quizzes. The objective is not to complete the quiz, guys. It's to really, truly get familiar with the content. People that I'm seeing that have hundreds and 90s and 80s are the people that are following this plan. The people that I'm seeing with 35s and 20s and 40s are the people that are jumping around randomly. So we don't want to do that. So just some behind the scenes, just so you know, Miss Mays is holding you accountable for this, guys. So when you do these things, I'm looking at it. So for example, let me just click on water cycle vocabulary. So when I go to water cycle vocabulary, what I see is I can see all of my students that did it. And for these Nearpods, I'm getting your session report. So let's just go to someone who I know got 100, just so we can see what it's looking like. And you'll see this on your screen as well. So I graded Jennifer this morning. So when I'm looking at Jennifer's report, what I can see is I'm looking at the time that she took to complete it, how many slides she went through. Then at the bottom here, I can see, if it says draw a diagram, I can look at her diagram and I can grade that and give her feedback. For her, I really love that she had like the different colors and that she had the labels on her diagram, as well as if you actually completed the actions. So another example, if I go to your grades for the Cloud Nearpod, the Cloud Nearpod was the one that I saw a lot of people kind of rush through it and they didn't actually complete the questions. So when you don't complete the questions, what ends up happening is I'm forced to give you a 50 because you didn't actually engage with the content. You didn't actually answer anything. I'm glad you went through it. But the actual goal, guys, is to complete this work with fidelity so that we can make sure we know these things. And again, the people that are doing them are the people that I'm seeing succeed in the classroom. The people that are not are the people that are ending up a little bit lower on that spectrum. So even though school's not in session, science is still in session. So again, this is like, for example, the clouds format. And again, I'm just going to go to Jennifer because I know I graded her this morning. Or not. Maybe Ben. And this is not to shame you guys, honestly. Like you can resubmit these things, and I am perfectly fine with that. So, but just as a quick example, so you can see, like, I can see which questions they answered. I can see your responses to open-ended questions if you answer them. So make sure you're completing these things in the future so that we're very clear on what the expectation is for this classroom. And so I can give you that feedback and you know what you're doing. Lastly, another little peek behind the scenes is your participation in my class. So the great thing I love about Canvas is I can see if and when you've logged on. So a lot of you, I've already had conversations with parents and things, or parents with you, conversations with you individually. When you use the platform, I need you not to just be looking at things. It's not just videos. So I post these videos every day, yes, and if the video's not working, contact me. But I'm telling you now, a module per day. So for example, I can see how long, so I can look here and see how long and when was the last time these students signed on, and I can do that for everyone. So if you have classmates who are saying like, oh, well, we don't have to do science, yeah, you do, and let them know that Miss Mays is logging it. So I hope you have a great day, complete the water cycle, and tomorrow we will get into, well, not tomorrow because it's the weekend, well, rather Monday and Tuesday, we'll jump into weather. Have a good one.